everyone. So let's get started. I know some of you might be wondering about today's topic, and I'll tell you why very quickly. But before that, I really want to thank all those of you who are showing up here at noon every day, because we're at the halfway point today, as my son told me. And I am so happy. Doing this 21-day series has been so wonderful for me. And thank you for participating in it. And thank you for being you. So why are we looking at breakups today? One, it was an ask from someone who wrote in an email, and his ask was in the context of romantic breakups. And of course, we can use meditation to have more ease with breakups. And I decided to expand the scope of what we're going to be processing today to all kinds of breakups, right? So you can use this because I wanted to be useful in a larger context, and also useful to you to use in different areas and facets and contexts. So before we get into this meditation, if you want to process or have more ease with a romantic breakup, that's fine, but it doesn't have to be that. It can be a business partnership breakup. It can be any form of separation. It can be separating from a job. It can be leaving a job. It can be leaving a hometown. It can also be your parents, leaving your parents' home and when you're going into another place. It doesn't also have to be a person. So again, what we're going to do today is you can use the theme of this to process your breakup from any old entity, which can be like a habit also. So again, a job is an entity, so you can do it with a job or an institute, not a specific person. You can also do it with your own past self. And this is where this becomes this is going to be a very useful in multiple ways. You can go back and do this, which is whenever we grow, we change, and we evolve into our next version, we are actually, in a sense, separating from or breaking up from who we were in the past, what we used to be. So every change in habit, and I'm not going to get into good or bad habit, just a change in habit, a change in who you are, means a separation and breakup from who you were. And so doing this meditation is going to make those kinds of changes easier as well. Okay, so let's get started. Switching to audio mode. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. And allow your body to completely relax. Take another deep breath in. Breathe out. And let go of any thoughts and emotions that might be cluttering your inner space. You can also let go of any thoughts and emotions that might be very important but not relevant right now for the next 10-15 minutes. So give yourself liberty to take a short holiday and put them aside for now. Take another deep breath in. Breathe out. And this time, connect with the most strong and resourceful part of you inside of you. This is also a good moment to connect with the divine, any form of divine guidance that you may want to bring in, to be present with us, guide us, protect us during this meditation. I invite in the divine to be with us as a group, each one of us as individuals, and anyone listening to this recording in the future as we process and find more ease with a topic that can be a difficult one for many of us. Now, I want you to bring your connection to the top of your head near the crown region and imagine a string of light connecting you from there straight up into the core of the sun, the bright, radiant, life-giving, nurturing, unconditional presence of the sun. You can quickly say a hello, a thank you. Acknowledge the brilliance of that sun. And then take your attention down into the core of the Mother Earth. Imagine strings of light from the soles of your feet or from the bottom of your spine, connecting you straight into the core, the heart of the earth, the Gaia energy, where there's hot molten lava, the Mama Earth, fuzzy, nurturing energy. Take a moment to say thank you to the earth if you feel like, or hello, or just recognize the magnificence that she is. And take a moment to recognize also and acknowledge that our bodies are not separate from the earth. No matter how many lies and stories we tell ourselves about our separation, in a sense, our bodies are just walking, talking, moving, beautiful parts of the earth. So, filling your body with earth's love, also filling your body and the aura and the space around you with the golden, nurturing, bright sunlight, allowing that sunlight to shower around you, just like a shower, washing you clean of any impurities, any cracks in your aura, any stagnations, and just washing over you, cascading like a waterfall of light, cleansing you, relaxing, healing you. And now surround yourself with a pillar of white light that extends from the sun to the earth, cocooning and encasing you in the center. You, the precious being and body that is a valued, legitimate, and rightful part of the universe. Now tap into your awareness, the awareness that is sensing your body, sensing your thoughts, sensing your emotions, but not these. Just the pure awareness behind this. And take that awareness and expand out. We can also call this our being. So expand out your being to become bigger than the room that you're in. It doesn't have to be squished inside your body. As big as the city you're in, the country, the planet Earth, beyond planet Earth, the solar system, beyond the solar system, beyond realms that we know names and have names and don't have names for, and keep expanding out. It's your universe. The universe is your playground. It's yours. Just expand out. Wide, spacious. This is your space. And if you feel like you've come home, this is a homecoming of sorts. Spend a few moments in this state of expansion, just being with that space, the space that you are, the space of you. And from there, look back onto our solar system, onto the beautiful planet Earth, and onto your beautiful body here on planet Earth, sitting and meditating. Look at what we look at and call the trajectory of our personal lives and all the richness in it. Now you can bring to mind the specific breakup or separation or parting from a person, entity, or your own past self that you would like to work on. Bring it to mind. And you have been through this experience or might currently be going through this experience. And you have been looking at it and your brain has been processing it in a certain way. Allow me to offer just one different way of looking at the same incident today. There are infinite different ways of looking at the same incident. It just depends on where you're looking from. So today, from your state of expansion, I want you to look at it through a lens of pure non-judgment. So everywhere you had decided and concluded that separation is bad, parting is bad, breakups are bad, would you be willing to just set that judgment aside now for 10 minutes and look at it for just what it is? Two people or entities came together for some time, danced together, interacted together, created together, gifted and received from one another, learned from one another, helped each other grow, and then they moved in different directions. What if there was nothing wrong with that? Let's look at a few other examples. Let's look at the rivers on planet Earth, where streams come together and then they part ways in the delta. Baby birds leave their nest and fly away. People are brought together in situations. Strangers are brought together in buses, in trains. They have engaging, sometimes intimate, very powerful conversations. They connect. They really enjoy each other's companionship. And then they go their own way. This thing that we call parting, breakup, or a separation sometimes is initiated and triggered by one person or entity, sometimes by another, sometimes by neither, just by chance. And what if all of these was okay? For even their coming together was initiated and orchestrated, if I may use that word, by one person or another, or by chance. What if coming together is not right and moving apart is not wrong, nor vice versa? What if it was just a movement and a dance? What if the space between two people or entity is not wrong? It's just space, and separation is just a measure of that space. And we have choice to sometimes want that space to be narrow, short, bringing us close and intimate to another. And sometimes we can enjoy the large amount of space between us and the other, which means, in essence, in English, we call it separation. Let's look at all the places where we've made the duration of a relationship significant and important. Longer the better, shorter the worse. What if that was not true? What if the quality did not depend on the length? Just like we watch a movie, we can enjoy a short film or we can enjoy a long 3-hour film. Similarly, Why can't the relationship, the partnership, be beautiful and contributing in different ways, depending on different durations? Take another deep breath in. Breathe out. And expand your awareness to look at other examples on planet Earth. At the leaves that leave the tree and float gently down. At flowers that come and go. Seasons that come and go and change. What if none of this was wrong? And in the same way, what if the dances, the movements, the ecstatic movements and orchestrations of space and interaction in your relationships, all your relationships with people, with jobs, with entities, with habits, what if none of them was wrong? And what if, in order to embrace the change, to embrace that breakup, that new creation of space, beautiful space between you and the other person, or you and that old job, or you and your old self, you did not have to make that other person, job, or your old self wrong either. Sometimes we think that in order to justify the merit of a separation, we need to somehow prove to ourselves and everyone else that the old way of being or the old relationship or what it was wrong and it was bad and it was painful and hurtful, and that is why you had to separate. What if that was totally uncorrelated? What if you could have a really beautiful relationship and still choose to move on? Vice versa, very often you could have a really troublesome and toxic one and still choose to stay. What if all permutation combinations were possible, and hence, just because you're going through a breakup, a separation, you're choosing to do it or being forced to go through, or the universe is orchestrating it for you, you don't have to go and make the past painful, wrong, and get judgmental about it. What if you could still have the beautiful memories of the past, recognize that it was beautiful, have gratitude for what was, the growing, the learning, the change, the beautiful moments, the ecstasy at that time of the dance, and recognize that that was beautiful, and then it ended, and what's happening now is beautiful, and what you can create in the future can be beautiful as well. The beauty does not have to come at the cost of making what has ended wrong, painful, or hurtful. Nature never does that. Why would we? And why should we? Take another deep breath in, breathe out. Check if there are any cords, any energetic cords that are still connecting you to this other person, job, entity, or your past self. Ask them to show up in your awareness. Ask all these cords to show up and request that they be cutted. You can cut them by imagining a sword of light, or you can call in any form of divine presence and ask the divine to cut it for you. Or you can just take a deep breath in, breathe out, and let them float away like the leaves from the tree. like beautiful flowers, giving them permission to just go their way. And using your light and your breath to fuel their journey on their onward way. If it's your past self, you just send love to your past self, so the past version of you can rest in peace. Surround him or her with lots of light, love, flowers, and leaves, and let them know that you're moving on. Take another deep breath in. Fill yourself and your body with lots of light. If you're feeling any wounds in the places where the cords have been cut, fill up all those places in your body, in your etheric body, with golden white healing light from the universe. Wounds are okay. Injuries are okay, because we know how to heal. Our physical body knows how to heal. Our energetic body knows how to heal. Call in the light, call in the healing. Know that you're healing. And give yourself a big hug and wish yourself the very best for your future journey. Take another deep breath in. Breathe out any remaining resistance, any confounding emotions of guilt, pain, shame, blame, all the noise and chitter chatter that doesn't have to be associated with breakups. That's just a social conditioning. Breathe all of that out. Let it all float away. What if that didn't have to be your reality? What if for you breakups was just creation of new space, new opportunities for you and the other person, if there's another person involved? What if you could hold you and the other person both in love, unconditional love, and cheer both you and the other person on your onward journeys? With that, take another deep breath in, and you can open your eyes whenever you're ready. Okay. Good job. I know that was intense. Our society makes breakup, separation, and partitions wrong, and we pick up. We've been conditioned, so it can feel intense. But just like all the other meditations we've been doing, this one can work in layers too. For some of you, you might just find ease once. You really might. Sometimes that does happen. It's happened with me also. And sometimes there might be certain breakups, separations, partitions that require you to do this work a couple of times or as many times as you need to. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you tomorrow with our next theme. Bye-bye.